What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros Blabs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, ready? Open wide!
It's me. Oh, there we go. God dang it. Sorry, my computer got all jacked up on a Monday right before we got started. It was like, hello, everybody. What's going on? Happy Monday to you. Here we are. Good to see everybody. It was a great weekend, man. I'll tell you what. I'm very excited to be here hanging out with you guys because I finished Friday talking about something. And over the weekend on Monday, I had an opportunity to now share this with you more, a more articulate way of sharing my disapproval of Will Ferrell, which we'll get to very, very shortly. But first, hello, Blabs.
I'm so confused. What do you mean?
I know.
Ferrell?
Oh, well, on Friday I was talking about the movie the show The Hawk on Netflix, and I just did like a really
Where
quick
was I?
review of that.
Was I just glazed over? Or
Yeah. You absolutely were glazed over. Yes.
Was I even there?
Were you here Friday, Blabs?
Yes, but I don't
And
remember
yes.
this Will Ferrell thing. I must have been so invested in the super chats. I totally missed the questions.
It was at the very tail end of the show. I just did a very poor review of the little Will Ferrell Hawk show on Netflix, and I did a very poor job describing it.
I don't even remember you saying it.
It was like a quality. It was a very, I would say, a quality. It was a very poor 3 minutes of internet. Yeah, very poor 3 minutes of internet. But I oddly enough, as the internet is always listening to you, I found a wonderful metaphor to describe my displeasure of that. But we'll get to that as soon as we bring in our guest here, because today we have a great lineup of friends today, starting with Mitsu. Mitsu, good to see you. How are you?
Hi, it's good to see everybody again. Hi, chat.
Hi.
Hi.
You're wearing a leafy shirt.
Yes, I decided to go a little bit more Hawaiian, as in New Jersey it is exceedingly humid and still kind of ridiculously hot.
I appreciate you're still rolling the Jurassic Park Sega Genesis background.
Thank you. I love that game and I miss Sam Neill. That really was a tough one the other week.
I saw yesterday this great meme on Instagram about dinosaurs. It's real fast. You know, in the Jurassic Park, was it 3 when the Spinosaurus, is it the second or third? I can't remember. The Spinosaurus goes and, 3, grabs that guy right before the plane. The caption was, see, the Spinosaurus saved the man from getting hit by the plane. I thought it was funny.
Invert it.
As he gets... So anyway... I didn't have any dreams about crocodiles, though, so this is a good thing.
Hey, that's a good thing. And no weekend crocodiles. You know,
no, I passed out. It's like...
Was there a danger of that?
Sometimes I have dreams where like alligators or dinosaurs are chasing me.
That's fair. I once had one where a velociraptor went in my house when I was like 7 years old and tore my dad to shreds.
No. And someone call Cindy.
We had a listen. On Cindy on Friday when she was on our show, Cinevere, she had a dream about a raptor coming into her bedroom. And actually, I don't think it was necessarily.
No, it was not that. It was more like just attacking her, or like she woke up as it came into her bedroom. It was nothing sexual.
Attacking her, Blabs, attacking her
with his thing.
Yes, someone who I'm sure would love just the giant raptor wiener. Everyone, please welcome our resident racist. It's Kay.
What the fuck? What? No. I have dreams about raptors chasing me, and they look like Blabs. It's very terrifying.
Oh boy!
Blabs going after.
Can it like have like the body of a raptor, but it's just my face?
Yes, and it's just thousands of you going. Wake up for Side Scrollers!
That's usually what happens when I need to get Kay and she's not scheduled to be on. It's like a very last minute thing. I'm like, Kay, wake up, Kay.
This is my look at we live in a time right now where all these crazy ideas can become reality. Just
If
like
anyone's
that.
watching, lots of
I was about
AI
to say,
content.
somebody's
for you all.
already working on that as AI right now.
I pray that we can get an AI video of Kay getting chased by a blabs-faced raptor.
I got
God,
a
that'd be
big head and
spectacular.
small arms. Rawr.
Please tweet it
Blab-
at Side Scrollers. Tag me in
Blabs-
too. If you,
Yes,
Yeah.
please,
Please.
tweet us, tag us all, blabs.
Okay, that was
Perfect.
adorable, honestly.
Perfect. All
That
right.
was so adorable.
Also adorable. Also big fans of raptors, and also big fans of being chased by raptor blabs. It's Phoenix. Hello.
Hey, look
Very
at
true.
this.
Hey, look,
Oh, no, hey.
Effects. We do live in a great time period, Craig, where I
That's
can just
messy.
instantaneous get that background going. Woo!
Wow,
Nice.
that's great stuff.
Thank you.
Phoenix, how was your weekend?
Great. My computer exploded. I'm looking forward to tackling that one. Real fun.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's good. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this: if Phoenix, you're looking better than ever today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Giant T-Rex behind you. But- All right, so look, guys, we got a big show today. Lots going on. We have our Montez goal. We no showdown today, because Phoenix's computer exploded. So no showdown today. We do have a Montez goal. We're just going to go 50 supers any amount, right? That's been super fun the last few days. So thank you guys for that. I'll tell you what, man. As judging by our thumbnail today, I really enjoy living in the time that we have and being able to create thumbnails based on the theme of the show. You can see we a lot of good things happening here with Blueface Blabs Cortana over there, which
Ton of blabs, final form.
I tried to get Blue Blabs Cortana. It didn't quite work out. And
Sad.
I also, real quick, Kay, do you know who you are in this?
Oh, I figured it out. Thank you, Craig, for that.
Who are you? Who are you?
The nice new character to the series that is annoying as hell. Thank you, Craig.
No, actually, no,
Oh.
you're not.
Okay, I see.
Wait, did you make?
What?
Okay,
Sorry,
who then? Now I don't know.
I didn't want to spoil
You're,
it.
you're supposed to be Arbiter.
Oh,
Right
okay,
there.
I'll take that. I love Arbiter. Let's go.
You're all right.
What?
I thought you made her Johnson.
No, that's me, dog. Come on.
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
Oh, the hat that gives. Oh,
what,
the cigar.
What are we doing here? Yeah, I got the
I know.
cigar and everything.
I'm
Anyways,
retarded?
I like how
Yeah, you
Phoenix
are.
looks
Oh,
Mexican.
yeah, that's fine.
so listen, my incredible artwork here, Blabs. I try to make more people, the more Mexicans we have on the show, the better. All right. And if
We
Phoenix
don't
can fill
have
that
many
role, that's good.
Mexicans on the show, do we?
It's because you're racist, Blabs.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
today that ends in
jeez.
Y.
More
So look,
Mexicans.
we are going to be talking Halo a lot today. Halo, more like Galo, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Chad Warden, let's go.
Oh, I felt pressured
But
so badly.
we're going to get into that. We got some outstanding memes from the Halo game. The Halo, what I think I saw in the chat they were calling it DEI Halo. What's the name of the game now? What's the official name of this new version? It's called Halo.
Campaign Evolved.
Campaign evolved.
yeah.
Emphasis on
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yes.
nice pain.
Yeah. We're going to spend some time talking about that. Xbox is down after PlayStation was down last week. Speaking of PlayStation down, we have a giant protest that is forming online right now. It is being organized, and it's all built around digital games and the exclusion of physical stuff. We're going to get to that a little bit later. I have a brand new game for Blabs, which I'm very excited to share
I
with
have
her.
actually seen it, and it's
Mhm.
very much on my wish list.
I know. A director for a movie, a video game movie, more or less ruined all of his credibility this weekend at San Diego Comic-Con. We're going to spend some time talking about that. And boy, oh boy, did Angry Joe just continue his giant meltdown. We're going to be spending some time talking about the wonderful chaos that is Angry Joe here. Before we get to all that, I do want to let you know that coming up, we announced this last week, but we're going to be heading to Las Vegas as a team for the first time. And not just us, but also Arch, Jake, and Tectone, all in Vegas. It's Side Scrollers Presents Sin City, Friday, September 25th. That is just about 2 months away. Tickets will be available on Monday, this coming Monday. So 1 week from today. But, friends, if you are a member of Side Scrollers Plus, you will get access to buy tickets before anybody else this Friday. Very excited for this. Tickets are going to start at $119 for the event, and we'll have a VIP pass as well, a VIP ticket. We'll have a meet and greet and stuff afterwards. We're going to make this thing super special. It's very limited edition. There's 200 seats tops in this entire venue. We did that on purpose. We want to keep this tight. We want to keep this intimate. We want to make sure we have an opportunity to shake every single one of your hands. So that'll be coming up on the 25th with tickets on sale this Friday for Plus members, Monday for everybody else. Side Scrollers presents Sin City coming up in Las Vegas, just about 2 months away. So we'll be talking more about that. Jake, Tectone, Arch, and us, and other special guest making the appearance. I did mention our Montez goal for the day. We also had, we had VTuber Chaos this past week, which was great. If you guys haven't yet, you can go watch that on any platform aside from YouTube, which is good. So, yeah. And Blabs, is that correct? Today is episode 850 of the show.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Cool. 850. That's cool. So,
Congrats.
yeah,
That's
I've been doing this
awesome.
for a while.
Unless I can't math.
No?
So-
What is math, really?
Blabs, at
I
the end of
use
the
a
day,
spreadsheet, but then you have to skip 2 days because the weekend, so you really can't just drag it, right? So you just got to
Yeah.
make sure you do the right numbers.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, you did great, Blabs. I think.
you.
And if we're off a day or two, then whatever. We're getting up there in our ripe old age of 850. All right. So I was talking about this last week. Has anybody else seen the Will Ferrell new series, The Hawk?
No, I hate Will Ferrell. So
Okay. You hate Will Ferrell. Like at
I
any
find
time,
him-
did you like Will Ferrell?
I find him super
Elf.
annoying. I find him Elf so annoying.
What about like old school? Or
What about Blades of
Step
Glory?
I don't think I've ever seen Will Ferrell in anything that I've enjoyed. Like him,
Really?
it's like a sore thumb anytime I see Will Ferrell show up.
Well, Will Ferrell is kind of a one note, and if you don't like that note, you're gonna hate him. There isn't a lot
Exactly.
of range with him.
Okay. I'm glad you brought that up, Phoenix, because that's
Thank you.
what I was trying to portray. You read my mind. I was trying to portray that on Friday when I was talking about this show, The Hawk. And I talked about how I felt like Will Ferrell is a one-trick pony. And I saw this post courtesy, and this is a sports analogy here, but you just got to roll with it, okay? This is from Reddit, which is posted over on X. And this person was talking about Will Ferrell here, and he said Will Ferrell's career since 2010 is like an NBA player who hasn't been able to adapt to the three-point revolution era and found himself out of the league within a few years. Once again, this is sports here, okay? We have sports ball. But he said, looking at his filmography since 2011, it's pretty bad. Anchorman 2 was decent. His role in Barbie was fine, but he's had no memorable movies since even then, and he still seems to be desperate to remain relevant. He kind of reminds me of a player whose skill set worked well for a while in the 2000s, but once things changed, he wasn't able to adapt, and no one wanted because he was a one-dimensional actor or player. So almost all his contemporaries were able to do well in much different roles. Even Vince Vaughn did okay as a dramatic actor for a bit, but Ferrell proves he can't really play anything besides a loud man-child. And I read that and I was like, that's what I was trying to say the other day. And is that the issue that you have with him? Okay.
100% that is my issue. I feel like I'm watching a child every time. He's like, look at me. And it's so annoying. It's like him and like Seth Rogen for me that I cannot stand. I can't. Yeah, that's a very good analogy. No, people
you.
like Elf, but for me, even then, I was like, I can't stand him.
Yeah,
That's
I like
like his
Elf and Blades of
character.
Glory. Those
You
two are the
know.
best ones.
Yeah, it's just,
Fatigue.
I think that's it. The loud man-child. That is what he did best. But like at a certain age, if you're like 55 going on 60, not exactly like a fun thing to watch. And that was my issue with this whole Hawk show that I watched, which is like one of the top 10 shows over on Netflix right now because, it's Will Ferrell and stuff. I don't know. Mitsu, do you have any thoughts on Will Ferrell while I reload my browser real quick?
I'm probably in the minority a little bit here, but I really did like Anchorman. That was a movie I thoroughly enjoyed and quote
blind.
way too much. Rick, where'd you get a hand grenade? I don't know. Stuff like that, but outside of that, and maybe Celebrity Jeopardy, and I did like Elf, but I am a sucker for Christmas movies anyway because I fucking love Christmas. It really
love
hasn't.
Christmas.
You have no idea. I
The
fucking
passion
love
behind our
Christmas.
statement.
Oh my
Yeah.
god! I love Christmas so much because I insist that everybody, no matter who you are or where you come from, should celebrate Christmas because it's a day that everybody should just come together and give each other presents. What else do you fucking want? Like
Okay, this is
just go
wholesome.
out there and
Stop
spring
thawing
cheer.
my heart here. Come on.
I know. I'm so
gonna
sorry.
not answer that question.
Yeah, this is the opposite of Phoenix.
Here it comes.
Christmas.
Here it comes. Yeah.
But I'm just a big fan. So outside of that, with Will Ferrell, I really haven't noticed him doing anything. What is it? I saw somebody in chat. This was a good point too. Adam Sandler. You look at Adam Sandler and his body of work. He at least turned around with like Uncut Gems and tried to do other serious work that wound up really being really good on some levels. Will Ferrell, I don't think he's ever really. Well, maybe once or twice, but you don't hear about it because nobody talks about it because it probably wasn't very good of him attempting to do some dramatic role somewhere along the line. So yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I think I think that really summed up what I was trying to say on Friday, which is why I just need to wait till other people say it so I can just regurgitate it like Moist Critical does. So that'll be that's a big part of it. Yeah. All right. So we got that. Okay. We got a lot of news today. Very excited. On my run sheet right now, I have things that just say wiener cake and then followed by Australian pole dancer lawsuit. So you want to stick around today. Do us a favor, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Join the 150,000 normal men who have found us over on YouTube. The over 51,000 who have found us over on Rumble. We're live over on Kick and on Twitch as well. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. And if you'd like to have us show up in your pants on a day-to-day basis, you can follow us over on Spotify, and it'll just magically show up.
Like a wiener cake.
Like a wiener cake. That's right, Blabs. Speaking of wieners, Midget Menace came in with 5. Says today's graphic has Craig looking like Fidel Craigstro. Do you like that? Do I look
You're Trudeau's dad.
That's me. That's right. Romer says, interesting thumbnail of Blabstana, Master Phoenix, Commodore Melee K's, and Sergeant Craig's Johnson. Still better than Halo Campaign DEI Evolve. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Thank you so much, Romer. Reese says, been uploading more of my old stuff to Rumble, working on getting Conker's Hyrule Tale up there. It's a Zelda ROM hack. Whoa, oh my gosh. If you can find it, give it a spin. Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Reese. Marmalade came in with $20. Says, happy birthday, Phoenix, you Easter Bunny bitch. Craig, I was going to make an age joke. Then Blabs came off the top rope with her memory being blank on events she was a part of. That's right. Thank you, Marmalade.
Oops.
She's one of one. Hi, Innifer says Side Scrollers Cast turning into Scalies in real time. Jarl Doom says, everyone quiet, my show's on. 5 for Phoenix's dead computer. Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's really dead. Yeah. Thank you.
Caldwin with $4.99. Thank you very much. Caldwin. He also with $9.99 says, oof, okay, first time sending a super chat. First one was blank. Anyways, they're really selling me on digital only with all the server issues that they keep having. Oh, yeah, we're going to spin to that. Hey, and thank you so much for your wonderful support. Genuinely appreciate you coming in with the supers for the first time ever. That's great. And Bloopity Snooples came in with $50 freaking dollars. Says, not going to lie, Blabtana is making me feel some kind of way. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy birthday, Phoenix. And it's good to see Fudakami K again. Oh, there she is. Oh no! The middle finger right to Bloopity Snooples right there.
I got you, Kay.
Bloopity Snooples going on the wall. Love that.
Fuda stuff chases me forever.
You can't avoid the food, I guess.
No.
Craig's surprisingly good hairline as a member for 6 months says, hey, Castro Craig, Papa Phoenix, Blabstana, Kami K, and Bare Knuckle Scarfless Mitsu. 6 months down the hole. I enjoy being here. Yeah, what's up with that, Mitsu?
Oh, I just forgot to put one on.
Well, it's also like 80 degrees. One should not wear a scarf in 80-degree weather.
Well, still walk around Florida like an idiot wearing them. I actually got, almost told I couldn't get back on Velocicoaster because I rode, I wore my scarf the first time I went on it.
Was that before or after the metal detectors?
I think they had everything installed, but this was GCX 2 years ago, so they had the entire park shut down except for a couple things. And I just went on with my scarf. And then the second time around, they were like, absolutely no.
Yeah, they don't let you have anything. Not like you have to have like your jewelry comes off and all that crazy shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's like, fuck.
They mean business after that lady almost lost her eyeball.
Oh, I
Don't
forgot
want
about
people
that.
losing eyeballs. No. All right. Also, Reese came in and says addendum 8 years for the dev to make it. Wow, that's crazy. Thank you. Superlane says Ember, comma seems do not include the Raptor. Who knows? Angry Joe has become a shadow of his former self, all while being twice the man he used to be. I see that. Is that a fat joke right there? Thank you, Superlane. Draxus came in and says Farrell's best role was Megamind. It was cartoony enough to match his childish energy, and you didn't have to look at him. Thank you, Draxus. I forgot he was that. Science Shade says, how much to get Kay to review Stranger Than Fiction for the channel?
If Craig wants it, sure. If you guys can handle me yelling, because I probably will yell.
Now we know. Lord Slosh says, happy Monday, everyone. Kay looking 20% healthier today, which is always great.
God damn it, Slosh.
And Young Stone says, Kay forgot to get my James Thundercats PSA.
Yeah, and he
that?
forced me to do a PSA instead. Damn it.
I don't know what that means, but I appreciate any sort of Thundercat love. So, all right. We got lots of news to get to today. We'll count all your super chats, direct donations, rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Thank you guys very much. We're already 20% into our goal, which is just excellent. All right, friends, let's get to it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News.
Hard News.
I love that. That's fun. Sorry, where did Phoenix go? Did he die? Oh, no. Well, we do have some breaking news right at the bat. Do you remember not too long ago when Cracker Barrel was like, hey, we're going to change everything you love about Cracker Barrel, including the logo and the insides and everything. You guys remember that? When
I
that
do.
happened?
Yeah.
It was right by
Yeah.
Cracker Barrel with you in Texas for the very first time.
That's right. You did have Cracker Barrel, and you
And
thought it was
tastes
okay.
like cardboard.
Yeah. Well, that's because they made all those changes. Well, guess what? The Cracker Barrel CEO is out as she has stepped down following the criticism from customers over the restaurant's modernization push. She literally went in, tried to ruin it, and now she's out.
Unless she got a better offer elsewhere and she was like, see ya, time to ruin something else.
How does that happen? Where people just fall up like that? Let's just say hypothetically that's true, right? And she got an opportunity to be a CEO at another giant corporation like Cracker Barrel after she literally torched the brand and had it lose literally millions and millions of dollars. How do these people continuously fall up?
It's because
I
they
don't know, but-
shake hands with the right people. They're all social together, and then they just hop from company to company to company until they burned one too many bridges. And probably when they look at people's resume, they're like, oh, you worked at Cracker Barrel, big company, sure, come in. They don't like actually investigate what that person did to ruin everything else.
Phoenix?
It seems like once you hit a certain threshold of money that you forever stay there. You can only fail upward every single time. I don't know what that number is, but that's been my observation. I even have some fucktard friends that got really wealthy and rich, and I've known those guys, and they fuck up constantly, and they just keep getting raise after raise after raise. So yeah, I think Kay's onto something. I think once you're in the club, you kind of just shake hands and you keep going up somehow. I don't know.
Not what you know, it's who.
Bingo.
I've been doing this all wrong the entire time.
Yeah.
So just so you know, her total compensation by the way, this is after just totally destroying the brand. Her compensation for fiscal year 2024, her base salary, now look, this is just the base, was $970,000 a year. Okay. But she had stock as well and a non-equity incentive plan, apparently. So her total compensation going into the year was over $6 million. $6.3 million. Maybe she was just like, I ruined enough companies. I got my 6 mil. Let's just throw it in the market, and I'll just live off my 6% every year that I generate from that. That's kind of disgusting. So.
That's just, wow. I don't even know how to react to that. Yeah, of course she's going to be like, whatever, okay, bye, peace. I'll take my 6 mil.
That would actually be kind of fun. That if we did have that kind of money, it'd be fun just to see like how can we ruin a company and make money and leave. Like just do some really weird, strange shit. Like add
It's a
pole
weird hobby
dancing
to
to
have.
to a like whatever, a burrito place. I don't know. That'd be kind of fun.
Well, I'm glad you brought up pole dancing, Phoenix, because that's
Yeah.
next in our story here. I saw this morning and I immediately thought, well, this may be the dumbest thing I've seen today. This is a story from Australia, which adds to it. Let's go and see what's going on down there.
It's a place for dancers, for teenagers, mothers, for grandmothers, but is made clear by its owner only for women.
We are putting our bodies in these vulnerable positions. We're wearing less clothing. We are prone to wardrobe malfunctions in those positions.
Which is why Gnomes Whitney says she turned away a transgender woman.
Having a biological male in that space just makes you so much more self-conscious.
Her business, Queens of Pole at Helensvale, is now being sued for $30,000 in a sex discrimination case, raising a lot of questions. What defines a woman?
Look,
I'm sorry. There's so many layers to this conversation. Number one being, did you hear how this opened up with this pole dancing school here? The way it was described?
Mothers and daughters.
And teens,
Yeah.
right? So they're talking about mothers, daughters, teens. And she's like, yeah. We do have wardrobe malfunctions here.
Yeah,
where
I know.
they're-
That's
you're-
the part that made me go, what?
I did not
Right.
catch that.
So, I think as a dad, pretty much my sole goal in life is just to keep my daughters off the pole.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
If you can
right?
do that, you're successful. Like that's
Yeah,
the number one thing in life. Keep them off the pole.
I'm with you on that. So, but this is like apparently a thing here, and they're fighting. So there's this dude came in with his dingus flopping around. He wanted to do the pole dancing with him, and she said no. And now she's being sued for $30,000. But there's more to this too.
it is extremely grey.
This is just proof that gender laws aren't working.
Oh,
Sal
the Giggle
Grover has
lady.
danced this fine line before. The founder of the female-only Giggle app is more than $1 million deep in her own legal battle for refusing a transgender woman.
It's not wrong to know what a woman is. It's not wrong to have a woman-only space.
The two women are now joining forces and turning to crowdfunding for what they say is a fight for women's rights and far bigger than just their own businesses. The Crucifulli government believes female-only spaces should be...
I like that reporter talking about female rights standing right next to a pole. Makes me very laugh.
I know, exactly. Fight for the rights of teenagers to dance on poles. Thanks.
Yeah.
No, but have
I'm
you guys been
very-
following that whole Giggle lawsuit? That thing's nuts.
I don't know anything about Giggle. Like, what is that?
Not a clue.
So it's from my understanding, and like I've seen it a lot because like J.K. Rowling's been posting a lot about it, was that there was like this dating app that this trans person wanted to be on it, and they said no because you're not actually a woman, and so now that tranny is suing, and it's like the whole thing, what is a woman? And it's just been like this catastrophe, and obviously Australia, this always happens in Australia. And for like almost like a year now, I want to say this ongoing thing. And it's like a giant lawsuit. And it's like the same shit over and over again. What is a woman? Why can't the trannies be in the women's space? It's like, well, you, sir, have a dick. That's why.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
yes, and but now the problem is that they're being sued for it, and they have to pay
Yep.
money
Yep.
for knowing basic biological facts over
Yep.
here.
Same story as the Giggle case.
and far bigger than just their own businesses. The Crucifulli government believes female-only spaces should be reserved for biological females, but that position isn't reflected in legislation, sparking more calls for clearer laws.
This could make or break a small business.
The applicant's legal team and trans community advocates didn't respond to our requests for comment. Amanda Abate, 7 News.
They're too busy yelling. Yeah, this is one of those things where you're like, I've mixed feelings on this. I love the idea that they're standing up to it. I hate the fact that it's about pole dancing. How's that?
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I had to keep looking away from the screen. I'm like, I don't even know if there is a teenager in that. I don't want to know. I don't want to see that footage. I'm good. How does a man dance on a pole exactly? Because wouldn't you just like your dick would like hit it? Wouldn't that hurt?
Get stuck.
Yeah, like I'm trying to like wrap my head around that. Like,
That's what the dick's trying to do around the pole, is try to wrap just like its legs.
I'm glad you asked that. As somebody who dances
Oh, no.
on the weekends,
God,
I
forgot.
also went to that class.
Close your eyes,
I'll
Kay.
say-
He's going to stare into your soul soon.
Look at me, Kay.
So, Craig, you're done with kids, right?
Maybe now we know why, right? Like, why get a vasectomy when you can just go do the pole dancing and just get ripped off, which is good.
Just teabag a pole for a couple minutes.
That's right. Speaking of things getting ripped off, I don't even know how to transition to this story, but I will. Did you hear about what's happening in Minnesota as they're handing out?
No.
God, I hate this.
Wild amounts of fraud.
Minnesota to hand out paper transgender dolls to children
What?
as young as 4 years old.
I did.
Terrifying artwork.
Oh God.
The paper dolls feature removable genitalia and were created for children to, quote, learn about the different options that exist for who they can be. Now, I would love to show you more here, but I don't think I can on YouTube because these dolls, I don't know if you guys can see in the preview down there, but I'll tell you, let me put the link. I'll put the link in the.
I can see it. I don't think you guys want to see it.
I put it in the private chat here.
No.
But at what point are these people who are doing this going to be held accountable for this? At what point do people say, you can't show this stuff to kids? Are we going to reach that point at all? Is this a state-by-state case, state-by-state basis, or is this at what point does lewd acts come into play again? Like, we just lost all like, this is straight up pornographic. Do you guys see that in the private chat? Do you guys see that?
Sadly.
Oh God.
Like, I can't show that on screen, can I?
No.
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 So, like, at what point are these people going to be held accountable? You know, like, I don't want to look at that. You think a 4-year-old kid wants to look at that? 5-year-old, 6 or 7-year-old kid? And if you're showing that, at what point, as a parent, are they thrown in? Does CPS come knocking on your door and say, you can't show your kids that? Like, you're being a horrible parent.
I just want to burn all that with fire. I can't. It's so gross. Ugh.
I would say the only change that can happen is if there would need to be some kind of case where they can, a high profile case where they can start suing doctors, if something like that, because that would start setting precedent of holding the doctors accountable for this mutilation that they're doing. And then I imagine that would stop it relatively quickly. Outside of that, I don't know. We've got, our side has a couple of problems. One is that we keep laughing at stuff. You've heard me say this a lot. I really hate it that our side laughs at stuff. I don't ever find it funny because they're winning. And so we keep laughing, not doing anything about it. So, I mean, like, the best we can do is just try to educate people out there that this is actually happening. They're actually trying to push this on children, and then start finding ways of facilitating some kind of means of action where people can, because that's always the problem, is that our side is very disorganized. We don't have the other side, you have a grievance, you have a rally you can go to in 5 seconds. Our side, we don't. So it'd be great if someone out there could help facilitate and organize a place where we can all go to as a starting point, at least, to try to stop these things or rally to stop these things, et cetera. Because that's the problem. We have our communication issue and no centralized hub to go to. So it would have to be one of those things, lawsuit or that. And that makes it stop, hopefully.
Well, I know that some doctors have started to begun getting sued
Good.
for this. Yeah, which is, I think, a very great thing. And they've been losing as well. The doctors have been losing. So that's exciting to see. So I don't know. I'm just, you think we're over this stuff, but no. It's all under the underbelly. It's all there, ready to pop out. And that's why, man, I'm telling you this right now. if things change here in the next couple of years, in the next even few months, we're going to be right back there. Before you guys can say stop. It's going to be right there, man. All right, let's lighten things up a little bit here. We've been, it's always good to lighten things up. We had San Diego Comic-Con this past weekend. And,
I thought you were just going to roll right into a death.
No. But Phoenix, I think we've actually bringing back people to life as
like Evanescence.
Yes, as Airbud was at San Diego Comic-Con, and Airbud over on Instagram answered hard-hitting questions. Like what is your favorite food?
Yeah.
Look at that dog. Look at Airbud over there.
Triumphant music going to sleep.
Yes. So Airbud actually appearing at San Diego Comic-Con. How happy does that make you, Phoenix?
Very happy. I listen. I'm a little annoyed that it didn't. Airbud did not win the greatest movie franchise of all time, though it did hold its own. It did pretty good going against Lord of the Rings. Craig, I'm very excited. I will be first in line to see this masterpiece when it comes out, whenever. So this warms my heart. And this is the first time because I never give a shit about anything that goes on at Comic-Cons. This is the first time I've ever actually been excited.
That's
excited.
it, huh? It took Airbud talking about barking about popcorn.
Yeah, and he answered correctly, that little guy. Yeah, a little rapscallion. Yeah.
Also at San Diego Comic-Con, I'll tell you what, did you know that there's a new Resident Evil movie coming out?
Yes.
Yep.
Did you see the director behind it? Maybe he's the writer. I don't know. He's one of the guys working on it. But did you see that well, let's just start here. He was asked about the being a part of this series and putting it together. And this is over on a Screen Rant interview here. There we go. He was asked about his experience. And let's hear what he had to say.
What do you want fans of the games to know?
Okay, I want fans of the games to just know that I am a giant fan of the games. I am making this movie to celebrate the games. Okay, I haven't seen the other movies. What I'm not doing in this is I'm not going to cannibalize the characters and the stories that the games already do so well. Okay, because I'm not going to be able to improve on Leon. I feel like Leon exists in the games, and anyone I cast and any haircut I give him or any line of dialogue I make him say, it's just not going to be Leon because Leon exists, you know. And so I feel like what I'd rather do is tell an original story that lives in the world of the games and that obeys, you know, the rules of the games largely, but feels more like the experience you get when you're playing the games. And that is leaning into the survival horror aspect of it. It's not survival action, you know, it's survival horror. And so I really love what the games do so well, where they build this incredible atmosphere and this dread and this tension as you progress through these set pieces, and things just escalate and escalate and escalate, and you always feel like you have not enough resources and you're wounded and the whole world is completely stacked against you. Like that's what makes Resident Evil so enjoyable for me to play. And so that's what this movie is built to do, is to give you that kind of slow dread, tension, escalation that the games have perfected.
Okay. Mitsu, I see you shaking your head there a little bit.
He's selling it wrong. Because I watched the trailer and I thought the trailer looked pretty cool, but obviously I can understand and I agree with everybody who want to see all the characters that we're familiar with in Resident Evil to be on the screen. But if you're going to try and sell it to me, based on what I saw in the trailer, just say, hey, this is a civilian's ground floor perspective of what happens during the events of Resident Evil 1 and 2. And showcase that to be like, this is an alternate viewpoint. This adds to the existing lore of this universe. That probably would go a lot better than I'm just putting my own stamp on it. Fuck all y'all. You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, remember, he's a big fan. That's his words. He's a big fan of this franchise. I say that with another interview that he did. This was with IGN right here. And he said, well, I'll let, once again, I feel like it's important that you see this whole situation.
A man of impeccable taste.
You agree with this?
Yes. Number 4 is my favorite Resident Evil game of all time. It is my top 3 favorite video game of all time.
Yeah.
Are you talking original or remake? Or do you just kind of glue them together?
I'll glue them together, but I've spent way more time on the remake.
Okay. So I have a couple of questions for you specifically then.
Okay, great.
Okay. Welcome.
Hello. Okay, go ahead.
What are you buying?
Yeah. Don't get yourself killed out there. Yeah.
Do you have an answer?
What am I buying?
Yeah, what are you buying?
Well, the first thing I'm going to buy is probably the case upgrade.
Okay.
Okay, if I'm able to. What are you talking about?
Okay, what are you selling?
What am I selling? I sell all the crossbow bolts.
Okay, I thought you were going to be like, I'm selling this movie, but I like the crossbow.
Oh, I thought we were talking. Oh, what am I? Okay, yeah, sure.
Is it just me, or does he have no idea what he's being asked right here?
Is he PR trained at all?
I'm going to. We have the Malays are big fans of this guy. So I will hold back my dramatic opinion on this man. I will say that he is. I would say he's like an imposter to art. He comes across like he's making something high art or something great, and it's really kind of like a really bottom of the barrel, beyond the F student filmmaker out there. I think this man never knows what he's talking about, but he tries his best to come across as though he does. As far as I actually can applaud his to kind of go back what Mitsu was saying, I actually kind of applaud what he's saying here as far as like, look, we're never going to beat the original. So we're going to try and take our own spin on. I can really respect that. I just wish it was someone else.
So
anyone else.
Here's like the biggest issue with a lot of this though, is he was asked by the IGN guy specifically, what are you buying? What are you selling? Now, for those who don't know, when you play Resident Evil 4, this courtesy of Mega 64, a little clip here.
4. Welcome. What are you buying? What are you selling? Come back anytime.
This is like classic internet meme here, right?
Yeah, Mega 64, the best.
Right.
Greetings, stranger. What are you buying? Thank you. Got a lot of good things on sale, stranger. Got a lot of good things on sale, stranger. Got a lot of good things on sale, stranger. What do you got? Things.
But like the questions that he was asked by the IGN reporter all line up. What are you buying? What are you selling? And the guy like clearly has no idea what he's talking about. Keeping in mind that he said Resident Evil 4 was his favorite of all time, right? Like he's like, this is my favorite
you heard
Resident
him
Evil
say
game.
it because he said I've played more of the remake. I would that implies to me he hasn't even beat them. He probably hasn't even played the other ones. He probably has a very just general overview idea of it. I don't know, but I'm also not going to fault the guy on that. Not sometimes directors don't necessarily know the source material inside and out. I think the only annoying part is if you're trying to come across as that, then you're going to be spotted by a fan base that's fairly autistic when it comes to this stuff. That they're going to be able to smell that in a second. So probably not your best avenue if you're not truly a fan.
Well, I think if you were to do any sort of research on Resident Evil 4, especially if you're doing like just Resident Evil in general, and you say Resident Evil 4 is your favorite, I would just say that you should probably know one of the biggest memes that came out of that entire game of what are you buying, what are you selling, right? So I don't know, just not the greatest look. I know that you're saying, the trailer looks pretty good, but at the same time, like you talk about people wanting to know the source material, doesn't instill a whole lot of confidence in me if you're looking forward to something out of that guy. If he doesn't know what are you buying, what are you selling, that's all. So
it's not a good idea that he probably should watch the old movies. I'm not saying that they're necessarily the best things in the world, but at least to know
Nemesis.
what works and doesn't work.
Not the Matt Nemesis movies. I can't take it. Can't take it.
You'll never get a good one, ever. They can't do it. I don't know why Hollywood can't do it, but they never can get Nemesis right.
Wait, I'm sure it was just put across his desk, hey, go make a Resident Evil movie or whatever, right? But the thing I just can't wrap my head around is that, like, and I know Phoenix disagrees with this completely, I think Barbarians and Weapons, both movies by this guy, are really good. I think they are really solid movies. Weapons was extremely successful. He got like a prequel like greenlit right away. why not just make a film that you feel is inspired by Resident Evil, but don't call it Resident Evil? And then that way, all of the Resident Evil fans will not be upset by you not following the lore properly, and you still have something that creates the atmosphere of it. Like, you can take enough things in Resident Evil and make them generic, and then make a movie inspired by that and not take the name. But of course, you tie in the name, you make the money, you get the controversy online, everything. Like, to me, it's just such a pointless storm. You could just, he doesn't need the Resident Evil name to sell a movie. He's already somebody that people like. And this is just hurting his reputation.
I would say, if I'm kind of playing a devil's advocate here, I think it's kind of like, so the horror community may not play Resident Evil games. They know his name and they love that, and they love his films, right? So you figure, okay, Resident Evil, maybe I don't even know what that game franchise is, so I'm going to see this because this is his new movie, so they're going to go see that. Then you're also going to get the Resident Evil people coming in potentially because of the Resident Evil name. So maybe I'm playing devil's advocate here, that the idea is to try to get two markets to kind of come together. And ultimately, I think you're going to probably annoy the Resident Evil fans, but maybe if it's a really good movie, that word of mouth, a few people that go see it, maybe someone like you go see it, you love it, and then you're like, hey, listen, it's actually a relatively good Resident Evil film, that they're just trying to get crossbreed of two different audiences to come together. That'd be like a guess as to what they're doing here.
It's interesting because Brad on the chat says he answered correctly. The interviewer didn't know what he was talking about. But I would say that the interviewer knew what he was setting up there, right? But for me, the response was, with the interviewee, he was like, I'm sorry, what are you talking about? And that's, maybe he knew exactly what he was saying, but I just don't think that it came across that he did, because he did talk about, the crossbow and the arrows and all that. But I don't know, to me, that's what I picked up from it, was like, is he just not getting this meme, right? So maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe I read the situation differently, but Brad is saying that he answered it properly. I don't know. But to me, as somebody who's just looking from afar, it just looked a little awkward situation here. So, all right, let's go and move on to Angry Jew and the craziness there. But first, Axeberry Cares came in with 10, says, I personally think Will Ferrell should transfer to horror. Ooh, that's a good idea. There are scenes in his recent movies where he legitimately looks evil or scary. I think that actually does make a lot of sense. The idea of Buddy the Elf all of a sudden, and that like overwhelming excitement becoming evil. Oh, that sounds actually very, very exciting to me. And Cherrick came in with $5, just said 20%. Okay, thank you very much, Cherrick.
Damn it.
Womp womp.
Hi, Cherrick.
Interesting. $5 from SPQR says Stranger Than Fiction is really Farrell's only serious and good role.
Yep.
Thank you very much. The Deep Fryer says, how do CEOs fail upwards? Ask Don Matrick. That's right. Matrick from Xbox. Razorburn says, Mitsu, you ever been to Action Park in New Jersey? If so, tell. You ever been to Action Park?
Action Park, it's not a great place. It's a water park, and it's known for being exceptionally dangerous. I don't even know if it's still open. I think it's under Mountain Creek now. Action Park and the lawsuits. Fucking that place.
The greatest place on earth, where you just like jump on a Tarzan rope over like a 400-foot chasm. It's just like, good luck, we got your waiver.
People were going down slides and they were just shooting through and like getting seriously hurt and everything like that. It was a really, really.
Didn't they attempt, if I remember correctly, a loop-de-loop for the water slide? I'm pretty confident.
It might have been Action Park. I know a water park did try. I could see Action Park doing that.
Yes, that is. I saw actually a documentary in Action Park.
Yep.
And yeah, I think they actually did have a water slide that did try to do a loop-de-loop or some sort of loop-de-loop, which sounds amazing, by the way. I love that idea. Sounds great. Also, Hyena Fur came in and says, I want to move back to the Bahamas. Yeah, half my job was trying to explain the American left and how the U.S. government works, and Bud Light was $11 a can, but everyone knew what a man and what a woman were. Here we go. Thank you, Hyena Fur. Young Stuff came in and says, my sister likes girls. She left the dating app. My sister likes girls. She left the dating apps because dudes LARPing as women flooded the alternative dating apps. She's fed up. Silly. Hack and Slay says, with 20 European money, says, as a German, I cannot condone book burning. Completely unrelated. Do you like the industrial shredder clips too? Thank you, Hack and Slay. I don't know what that's a reference to. But did I miss something here?
Oh, he's just giving you an alternate way to destroy books.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A more German way, if you will. Very German efficient. We don't burn books in Germany.
Cookie Don says it's hard to defend that pole dance class when they have teens, most likely underage. It's the psyop of taking things to the extreme just to roll back to accepting not so acceptable things. Thank you, Cookie Don. Bentley says, my response to the RE director, at no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even closely remote to anything considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for listening to it. Thank you, Bentley.
You forgot the best part, though. May God have mercy on your soul.
I word you no point.
We should probably play that every single day at the end of our show, because I think that
just as the outro.
Yeah. Blue Super Giant says he's given, hey guys, I just got into this series. I know nothing about it. AMA style Reddit post. Thank you. Ram says, I don't know. This guy is giving me the RE player that gets Leon mods that make him wear women's clothing. YouTube probably won't let me say the exact piece. I'm weary of him. Thank you, Ram.
I have a feeling it's going to be a good movie, though. I actually do believe this is, for my opinion, he'll probably be his best thing that he's ever made. I have a feeling it's going to be surprisingly good, in my opinion.
Reggie Wolf says, Xbox and Halo Studios massacred my boy. I had someone unsubscribe to me because of, quote, toxic hate train. I'll gladly be toxic if it means voicing my opinion on trash. Your boos mean nothing. I've seen what makes you cheer.
Based.
Thank you, Raging Wolf.
Who cares if people call you toxic? Keep pointing out shit.
Lord Slosh says, Kreger said he favored the 4 remake over the original. Tells me everything I need to know about his mindset of the franchise and his movie. CMD says, I guarantee he wrote a horror film and the studio says, we'll fund it, but it needs to have the Resident Evil references shoehorned in.
That's what I'm thinking too, because otherwise it just makes no sense to me. Like, he can make a film on his own and still get people in seats. He doesn't need the Resident Evil name. It's silly.
Caldwin says, needs more cowbell. Thank you. Freedom Fries came in with $50 freaking dollars. Says, what's up, Craig? Phoenix Blabs. Great guest today. Now give us a frolic, please. There you go, Freedom Fries. You get yourself a Phoenix frolic. The most storied of them all, Freedom Fries. He also came in with 10 gifted member what, Blabs?
Shits.
That's right. Freedom Fries, thank you very much. Well, I get Freedom Fries on the wall as well as a few other folks I've been meaning to get on the wall. Blabs, will you please read the remainder of those supers, please?
Yep, okie dokies. That just jumped. All right. Speedy Cake for 10 says, did you see the clip of the new yellow paint in Halo? A guy playing on Heroic gets informed about camo elites in a room. The game then proceeds to put a red marker above their invisible heads. So it's basically hand-holding, huh? We'll get to that in a bit. Grugar for 5 says, about 2 weapons was boring and slow. The need the Resident Evil name to sell this hacks film. Name it anything else and they will not redeem. And then a ghost haunting for some sort of currency. Thank you very much. Says, happy birthday, Phonix, with a gift emote.
I think that's Rumble, correct? I think that's a...
No, that was on YouTube side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, by the way.
Yeah, Phonix.
Is Phonix you with like an extra chromosome?
That's without the extra chromosome.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually,
hey, it's me on Phonix. I'm hooked on Phonix.
It worked for you.
All right. Let's go ahead and I'll tell you, this is really, really funny to see. Now, there was a spurt that happened over the weekend, and it all is built around the Odyssey. I did a reaction to the Critical Drinker Odyssey review, and has anybody here seen the Odyssey yet?
No, I'm completely out of the loop on Odyssey because I'm not really interested in it. So people have been yelling about it for like weeks, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. So what you need to know primarily is it's a movie about a Greek story that includes no Greek people. and that's like the big cultural talking point, right? It's a lot of that's there's a girl playing a guy soldier, and everything that's been talked about primarily is that a lot of these questionable castings play very little role in the movie because they're only in the movie for a couple minutes of screen time, right? But the argument there is like, well, there's only a little bit of pee in your soup, right? So just go and drink your soup or have your soup. There's just a little bit of pee, so, but whatever, right? With that said, Drinker's review was really good. And his response on it was like, meh, it's a fine movie that I'm never going to see again, that I'm never going to think about again. That's pretty much the TLDR on it, right? Now, what was funny about this was over the weekend, Richard Roper, does that name sound familiar to anybody? Richard Roper, Phoenix?
Isn't that a famous reviewer?
Correct.
Yeah. He took over for Ebert, I believe. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at this is actually pretty amazing. This is from the Critical Drinker Reddit here. As this was posted by Richard Roper. Let me just go and read this really quick. The Odyssey's box office is set to drop for its second weekend as negative word of mouth spreads. Right now, there's a lot of stories about how the Odyssey is set to have a, quote, massive second weekend. What these stories are not telling you is that they're actually expected a drop in numbers this weekend. It's already running out of steam. Wednesday saw the film collect $18 million, just right, $18 million. So you can see right here, right? Now, this was taken and then reposted by Richard Roper, who said, you're saying this movie is actually going to see a box office decline over time? Like it will make more, when it opens than in subsequent weeks. I've been doing this for 35 years. I've never seen such a thing. What a disaster for Nolan. He'll never make such a film right here. So Richard Roper posts this as like a way to dunk on Critical Drinker. But here's the thing. Anybody who's ever been on Reddit knows that Critical Drinker didn't write this. Byte Individual 7057 wrote it here. So Roper's over here trying to dunk on Drinker, and this was quickly pointed out. It said Richard Roper, respected movie critic from RogerEbert.com, the man trusted to break down the subtitles of cinema, couldn't tell you this is a Reddit post by check notes Byte Individual 7057, to which you can see he then quickly deleted the post after he knew that he was getting totally dunked on here. So it was kind of a funny back and forth that happened. And then, sure enough, we had the subsequent Angry Joe meltdown here, because you saw Joe come in and quote tweet this. Says, it's truly funny watching Nerdrotics and Critical Drinker and all his buddies lose shit over this film daily. Now disowning and dunking on their own fans and subs to avoid being associated with taking an L. Y'all were embarrassed by Nolan. Time to move on to whining about the next, quote, woke film that that'll actually fail for other reasons that elude you. That'll work better than throwing your fans under the bus. Promise here. Now, this was Joe thinking he's like really got it right here, to where Drinker was quickly chimed in and says, it's truly funny watching fat and embittered retards like Joe here, so desperate for a win of endless oceans of losses, they'll blatantly make things up that never happened. I've always said Odyssey would make money regardless of the backlash. Guess what? I was right. You're trying to claim victory in a battle that only exists in your head right here. So there's this like back and forth right here. Phoenix, you giggling?
That's a great response. That's why you never fuck with intellects. Like they will just massacre you. It's like that's a perfect, absolute perfect response where it's calm, reserved, hits you, stabs you a little bit. When then you have someone like Joe, it's all emotion. It's just constant emotion. People like that are very easy to dismantle once you know how to do so. So I was just laughing a lot. Very funny.
Would you like to see how Joe decided to respond to that?
I'm sure very emotionally. So I can't wait. Yes.
Here's his AI
of course.
image of, he says, oh, fat retard now. Wow. Looks like I really pissed you off, Critical Drinker. You must be seething over there about all this Odyssey drama, Will. I was right, Joe, as you're in your best drunk voice. Yes, you were right, drinker, you poor thing. Truly a mid-cop-out, disappointing, disastrous triumph. Let the mask slip there. That was the name of his title, A Disastrous Triumph. That was the name of his review right there. So the squabbling back and forth between Joe, and I just truly wonder, is this Joe trying to like get on the coattails here, or does he like truly believe this? Is this the win that he truly hopes it was and is, that he can just take and be like, we did it, we own the chuds, we've done it?
He's a delusional spurg, and he's taking it as a we own the chuds because Odyssey made money, but we all knew it was going to make money. So he's just, because the argument tends to be, well, look, this failed in the box office. Clearly people don't want this. But we all knew with this specific movie, it was going to succeed regardless. This is just award show bait. Like, all of the award shows going to be talking about this nonstop. That's why I have tons of actors piled in that usually win these awards. Like, we all knew that everyone was going to go watch this movie. So he's trying to use an argument that is used in other cases and be like, well, this one made money. Now what's your excuse? No, you're just a spurg, bro. You don't understand nuance.
Is he still angry? Because
yes.
I don't know much about Angry Joe, but this reads more like Sassy Gay Bitch Joe and not Angry Joe. Like, it's just dry sarcasm and like trying to do gotcha moments. It's like, who even are you? What do you identify as anymore?
It's funny you mention that, because Metatron actually brought this up, because this has been Joe's literal entire career. Yeah. 2 decades online of being angry, inspired by, angry video game nerd, right? Metatron pointed out, says, bro, over on X, let me pull this out. Here it goes. Says, bro, you're losing shit. You shit over movies and video games for 2 decades and made a career out of it. You're in no position to talk down to us. I'm a Mediterranean man. I'm defending my people and my culture from the Hollywood vultures. It's a noble cause, so there is no L to be taken here. But man, oh man, this was not good enough for Angry Joe. Brother, you've made 52 plus videos about 257 tweets on how woke Odyssey is at this point. I had to do a double take. We get it. You're being excessive, even more so than your buddies. I'm worried about you. You're melting down daily. Diversify your anti-woke stuff a bit. Meanwhile, the people you are, quote, defending are too busy out there watching and enjoying the film in record numbers. You look like an obsessive crybaby splitting hairs over someone else's vision who is bringing in someone else, something interesting to the masses here. To which I think Metatron actually responded very well to this. Hey, Joe, how about I drop the woke, anti-woke theatrics for a change and we try civil interaction? I'm just going to talk to you like a normal person, no insults. Also, hear me out. At least hear me out. Here is my point, which I keep repeating in all of those videos. Hollywood wants to honor cultures such as Polynesians, Africans, etc., by accurately representing their people ethnically, their history and customs, because correct representation matters. Then why am I, a man from the Mediterranean, a crybaby when all I ask for them is to treat my culture inside of the world with the same level of respect? My point is, let's honor all cultures and people rather than being selective with those we race swap and misrepresent. Is it really that bad of a take? Thoughts?
Maybe Angry Joe's Turkish.
I don't know. I think Angry Joe is Puerto Rican or Latino in some way, shape, or form. But I think
he's an angry minority then.
Yes.
Well, he's not happy right now for sure. But I don't think that's that's unfair to ask. The idea that, look, if you want to represent Polynesians, Africans, whatever, awesome, cool. Now do me. And the response by Hollywood was, no. We're going to put Anne Hathaway in. And we're going to put, what's her name? The little girl.
Zendaya?
Ellen Page?
Yes. Page. I by the way, in any situation, just moving ahead, in any situation where there's a he/she situation, I'm just going to use their last name from here on out because I don't want to be drugged through all that and YouTube and all this. That's just my.
Oh, should we be doing that? We could. Oh, is that kind of a thing we should be watching?
I think that's just a me thing. I don't know. I just don't want to get hit. Blabs' dirty mouth got us in trouble already.
Okay.
So
wasn't me.
Page.
Yes. But
Page boy.
I don't think that Metatron's ask here is wrong. If you're gonna say we want representation matters, then all representation matters in this. And speaking of like the Odyssey, and I mentioned this in my reaction to the review that he did, I think the main reason why, like, yes, Nolan is super lefty, right? And we've talked about this on the show, but I honestly think the reason why there's so much quote unquote representation and simply has to do with he wants awards. It's ego driven. He wants Odyssey to win the awards, and if Odyssey doesn't meet those requirements that the Academy put together for representation, then he can't win those awards, and all of his work is for naught. I don't know, Phoenix. What are your thoughts?
Well, if that is the case, I'm done with everything. But look, hey. I can't say that y'all are wrong. I still haven't seen the film, so I can't really talk on behalf of it until I've seen it. But it's not looking good, and I'll tell you that as far as everything you just said, Craig. And I think I saw Kay also nodding in agreement. I think a lot of people feel that way. So, yeah, if someone like, for me, if someone like Nolan, who in the past has always showed an enormous amount of care and dedication to every single scene, whether you like the films or not, that's not important to this. It's just that he put a lot of craft and care into every scene, that there had to be a reason for it. So to find out that like the last remaining big director out there essentially just did it for an award is extraordinarily sad and depressing to me. So that's what I'll just say to that. Very, very depressing. But you probably all are right.
I just want to point out this comment in the chat, which I love. Tragically Sane says, "Why does Craig always talk like he's close talking?" I don't even know what that means. Close talking, like I'm right up in your face over here. Is that okay? Is that
you know close talkers? That's when people like they talk literally very close to you.
Am I that guy? Am I close talker?
No.
Okay.
Certainly not in real life. Not in real life.
I thought it meant like dancing the line, but I assume that's because we're on YouTube. I mean, we kind of have to dance the line a little bit, right? Is that what that means? I don't know. Or maybe it means literally coming like this.
What Kay was saying. With the whole, I think it's probably referring to the whole Ellen Page bit that you were just mentioning.
Like alluding to something and knowing that the audience understands what we're saying, because if you say it directly, YouTube gets very angry. I assumed that's what was meant by it.
Well, by the way, I saw Ellen Page's book in a bookstore the other day. It's called Page Boy.
Oh, really? That's actually what it's called?
Yeah. Her book is called Ellen Page Boy. And inside of it, there's a bunch of like chapter titles. I think one of the chapters, if I'm not mistaken, was like choosing your family, some bullshit like that. Yeah. It must be about her trans journey.
Okay.
Sounds like a real page turner.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go and try to pivot from that as best as possible. Justin came in with 10 says, I watched The Odyssey, and I can honestly say it's the most boring piece of dog shit I've ever seen. 3 hours of my life I can't get back.
That's what always gets me excited to see it. And I go, okay, I'm probably going to like this.
Ted Lee says, once upon a time, by the way, this is with U.S. Tather, says, once upon a time, those inspired by AVGN were funny. Now they're just all cringe BS, grifting hate over everything. I'm tired. They nitpick every negative out of everything. Boss. Thank you, Tim Lee.
Yeah, is anyone also exhausted with this idea of treating corporations like sports teams? Like that to me is the lamest thing on earth is to care about the how much money a corporation is making or not making. Like, can we focus? Instead of that, can we just look on our side, report the news, go see your movie if you need to go see it and review it and say whatever you want. That's fine. But why are we hanging on whether it does well or not? Can we focus more energy on making things? Because that's how we actually change culture. Whether or not Studio X, that has an infinite amount of money, is going to succeed or not doesn't do anything. And if anything, it actually allows them ammo to fire back at us when we're wrong about something. So if we're saying, oh, this is going to crash and burn, it's going to be the biggest, and we're putting tear emoji, shit and everything on the thumbnails, and then, hey, it turns out that it didn't, we look like a bunch of idiots, and we've not moved an inch culturally. We haven't done anything. So I would urge everyone out there to just maybe consider actually just do your reviews and all that other stuff, fine, but let's make something. Let's show them how it's done. I would prefer that instead.
And to Drinker's credit, he actually has made something. He actually has made a film. And whether people are like it or not, the point is, like, there's an attempt. You do it. You give it a try. And you know what? Sometimes you fail, and that's okay. Not all these studios hit on every movie. We know that, but it's a sum of all that make it work. So, all right. I want to get into this Halo stuff, which is the underlying theme of today's show. And I'm very excited to get into this specifically with Kay here. But before we do, friends, I need you to listen up, be ready to go, because today's episode, once again, brought to you by our friends over at Rumble Wallet. Phoenix, it's an exciting day when you download the Rumble Wallet app, because when you download the Rumble Wallet app, you can choose to support any creator that you want. And unlike on YouTube, where they go in and they say, hey, man, we're going to take 30% of that, right? Your super chat's spectacular. Spectacular. We are forever grateful. Well, YouTube goes, money, please. And they take 30% of that. Over on Twitch, guess what they do? They go, money, please. They'll take 50% of that. With Rumble Wallet, no. They take no money, please. 0% of your support with Rumble Wallet. It's awesome. It's great. And the long-term plan with what we have going on over with Rumble Wallet, what they are building, is for it to be a payment processor, just a alternative. Just like PayPal, where you go in and you use it to buy whatever you want or you pay people. You can do that eventually with Rumble Wallet. That's the long-term goal here. And they're going to get there. But it's all about making those baby steps. First step, rewarding creators on Rumble and all creators. So I would encourage you guys, check it out for yourself. I want you to scan the QR code on your screen right now. If for some reason that is not working, which I have heard, you know what you can do? You can go to Rumble, or you can go to wallet.rumble.com. And then most importantly, you put /scrollers at the end of that. And then you can download it for yourself. That's the way they know that we sent you, which is good. But I encourage you to just check it out. Download it. All your money's secure over there. Rumble can't touch it even if they want to. You get some US Tether like Tenley just did, and you can send it. I'll get notified on my phone whenever you guys send something in. And it's a great way to support alternative media, which is awesome. So once again, they support us. Please consider supporting Rumble Wallet. All right, let's move on. Also, Delta says, sucks Angry Joe is going the way of Adam Sessler in Review Tech USA. He also randomly told Disparu that he likes his videos, but he was going to compile all the times he's been phobic. Like that isn't insane. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a weirdo. That's so weird, Joe. I've known Joe for years, and he was never this weird. Like, what a weird, it's so weird.
When the brain gets broken by Orange Man, it is like, that's it. It's old Yellers. It seems to be like, it just, well, I need to rewind what I'm saying. It doesn't seem like there's any solution for these people. It just seems like they are permanently diseased in the brain. There's no way around it. You just got to, I guess, abandon them and wish them good luck. Because I've never seen any of them come out of it. They just keep going down this insane death spiral of insanity, and it just gets stranger and stranger the more and more they're online. We've seen this with our good friends. I've had best friends in the world that knew me inside and out, I say insane things. This person, one of my best friends in the world, not being a white person, also knowing my sibling not white, and then saying that I'm racist. And I'm like, my dude, I'm sitting across from you right now, and you're the one breaking up with me. I don't know what's going on.
Right,
they're broken.
Right.
They're just broken.
It's amazing how we've all had that
exactly.
situation, right? We've all had that experience, and that's crazy sad.
Why is he
All
giving
right.
him free marketing? Like, you're going to go and tally every single time this guy is phobic, and then you're going to spend like days, months doing this to release it, and everyone's going to laugh at you. You're going to look stupid, and then you're just going to give the other person more free press. This is so stupid.
Nothing would make me happier than for Joe to spend hours and hours and hours on end. Just going through every single one of Disparew's videos. That's it. I got him.
A live stream of that, a man just descending into like complete insanity as he finds every time someone does something phobic.
I'm tired of hearing the word phobic because nobody's scared of anybody
Exactly.
or anything.
Does like every female vagina dry up when actions like this take place? Because like I would imagine it is sandpaper inside. That the men around you are like the people, like our hall pass monitors are like, oh, I got you. You didn't have your hall pass. Like, this is the lamest shit on earth to be telling on people because they said naughty words, or if they don't particularly, I don't know if they've said something against a particular different minority class. But who cares, man? Man up. Who gives a shit? Stay in your lane, make your stuff, and let the audiences decide for the other people. But this idea of ratting out people and I got you moments is like the most femme bullshit. And that actually, that's even offensive to women. I don't even mean to say that because most of the women I know, let's look at Kay and Blabs here, are fucking warriors. So like it's in its own category of lame. I can't be the only one that feels this way. It's just, what happened to men, Craig? What happened?
Well, that's a great question, Phoenix. And honestly, I think that is probably one of the greatest things that we could potentially do is create a documentary about TES and how like that would be really important to society. And I'm dead serious when I say that. I think that'd be the people who were suffering from it, people who have recovered from it, what the symptoms are, how they did, like a full thing. It's like a medical condition. I'm telling you, it's crazy. All right, let's go ahead and move on as best we possibly can. And let's talk some video games here. We're going to get to Halo in just a second, but first, a couple quick hits for you guys. Did you see talking about movies, did you see the weird movie deal that happened with Atari, of all things? As Atari has signed a 10-game deal, a 10-movie deal here to produce 10 movies with Entertainment 360 and Universal Pictures, giving the studio the right to develop 10 classic Atari video game properties on the big screen here, including Asteroids, Adventure, Berserk, Breakout, Centipede, Crystal Castles, Millipede, Missile Command, Pong, and Yar's Revenge. I'm going to say
Crystal Castles with the bear on the ball. Am I crazy? Right? Isn't it a little bear riding on a ball? Or am I completely?
Let me show you gameplay of that really quick.
Okay.
But I'm going to, at the risk of just
high?
really, you kind of do, yes.
Okay.
At the risk of sounding absolutely batshit crazy, who gives a fuck about these IPs? Like, I just don't know if anybody cares today about Crystal Castles from Atari. Am I wrong there?
It feels bizarre because I think I would get more excitement out of seeing these in arcade cabinets in the backdrop of a random movie than I would on a story trying to flesh out the meaning of games that I just enjoyed casually as arcade games. Like, I don't need to know the depths of every character like this is Star Wars and have this grand adventure for all of these Atari games. It's a very strange move, but I assume it's because there's been a video game movie renaissance, and now it's like, let's literally find anything that wants to sell us video game rights to make a movie. But I can't even visualize what story you would tell with these games, really. Like, it's just weird.
I don't know.
So you control the bear with a ball. That's where I got it wrong. But it is a bear.
Yes. Here's Yar's Revenge.
Yeah, Craig, I actually have an answer for you on this one.
Sure, please.
I'm with you. On paper, it sounds absolutely nuts. Kay is right. There's this in Hollywood right now. It is not so much comic book. We're now moving to games, right? That seems to be the thing. So what I will say is, most likely these will all fail, but there's actually an opportunity for them actually to do really well, because the problem is, like, let's say you take a Resident Evil. The problem with a Resident Evil is that everyone knows Resident Evil, and everyone's going to have a major opinion of what Resident Evil should be. So right off the bat on that announcement, you're already probably pissing off some group of fans and maybe exciting another. And then, and there's also then other people may go like, oh, I'm not into video games. I don't want to go watch that, right? When you have a property that you've barely ever fucking heard of, Berserk,
right.
There's maybe, if you get enough people in the room, enough talented people in the room, you might come out with something like a Guardians in the Galaxy, right? Because Guardians in the Galaxy, and I'm a little bit ignorant here, so correct me if I'm wrong, was not like a mainline Marvel series where everyone knew and loved it. It was kind of like the cool punk rock thing on the side. And so you might have a scenario here where they might be able to do something interesting with them. Maybe they attach it as a comedy, kind of something similar to what the Sandler did with, I forgot that name of that movie. But there's all sorts of inventive things. Pixels. There's things you can do inventive because the property is less known. So Devil's Advocate might be good. It might actually work out.
It just seems like if you're going to be developing, like, nobody knows those, it's especially today. Anybody that, maybe it's just straight up boomer bait. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'd be right in that wheelhouse, but I haven't thought about an Asteroids movie or the idea of an Asteroids movie in 20 years, 30 years, you know? It just seems like really odd timing of all things.
Well, what sucks too is it may
Tron or something instead, right? Like do a Tron or a Pixels type movie, and then that's fine. But trying to flesh out a specific IP is the thing that's weird to me. Sorry.
I think the funny part of it is that let's say that it does great. I think the ultimate joke is that then people are like, "Oh, wait, great! I can't wait to play the game." Oh, it's just like this really shitty, less than 8-bit game. So it doesn't make much sense to me, but as a devil's advocate, I could see maybe a couple of these actually doing relatively well, especially since I can't imagine these properties cost that much money. So the risk is probably a little bit lower as well.
See, what stresses me out too is I watched that like Amazon series where they would take random video games and they do like an episode on it, and the Pac-Man thing like enraged me to no end, and it was so out of left field and stupid. And I don't want that. I don't want the style of thing they do with things that go to public access where they're like, Dora the Explorer's in a horror film now, or like, you know, that kind of stuff. And there's potential for that because these people don't know how to write anything. So I don't want it.
I understand. But I'll be interested here. Do you guys care in the chat? Is this intriguing to you? Are you excited of getting a Yar's Revenge movie?
I'm curious because it's Universal if they're ever going to consider putting in the theme parks and do like some sort of gaming area with all these different IPs come together.
Nintendo. They're not.
Yeah, but that's just one thing, and that's an agreement. It's not like they own it. It's an agreement with Nintendo. Well, I'm just saying, like it's a possibility. It's very slim, but if they have a thing, they might actually maybe one day make a whole new gaming area with.
Well, I'll say
exception of Nintendo.
Sure. Well, I think a video game theme park would be spectacular. Like an entire theme park. That'd be great. With that said, you can actually play all those games right now if you have the cartridge. Unfortunately, if I can transition to our next story, you cannot play Xbox right now, as Xbox is down. Just checking in on the game library sign-in and game launch issue. We've known this has been an issue for a while and appreciate your patience. Yes, currently Xbox is having issues and offline. Right here. It's been down for a good while this morning, and this is odd because last week that happened exactly to the PlayStation Network as well, as both major platforms have been pulled in some way, shape, or form, have been down, not allowing people to play, which begs the question, hey, is anybody excited about going digital? Because guess what? This is your future when you have those digital games, which ties into this next little bit here. This guy says, my brother who hasn't turned on his PlayStation 3 or used PSN in over 10 years decided to boot up his PlayStation 3 to play today, play something that is currently downloaded on the console. Licenses are expired and his PSN account is deleted. So games are gone forever. Woo! And he actually, people were like, "You're a liar." So he videoed the whole thing, and he went in, and you'll see him booting it up from start to finish. And then when he gets to the end and actually tries to play the game,
the date 2010. It showed up for a second, so I'll show it again. 2010, Crash Warped. Okay, we bought this. It's downloaded. Look. We have to connect to the internet or sign into an account, but he does not have his account anymore. I've even tried signing into my account, which these games weren't bought on, and they still don't work. So here's proof. I don't know what else to say.
this is your future, kids. This is your future. When there's any sort of hack, any sort of removal, or you can't access your thing, guess what? All your games are gone. All of them. And the response to this has been very intriguing. Down below in the comment section to this, you scroll down, it says, your brother clearly didn't care if he didn't turn it on for 10 years. Also, the PlayStation 3 has been hacked, so it's irrelevant if he's lost those games.
Oh my God, I hate so much about that argument. First of all, how many times are you randomly sitting around talking to someone, whatever, in your own thoughts, and you're like, man, I really miss this one game I played as a kid. I'm going to go back and visit this game from like 15 years ago. It doesn't matter how long you wait to play a game. If you decide you want to play a game that you own, you should be able to play it, no problem. I hate that argument so much. Like, well, you haven't been playing it every single day for the past 10 years, so who cares? Yeah, people have lives and they play a ton of different games, and maybe they don't visit one console because they're busy on a different console. Like, it's so Twitter. I hate it.
Well, and this, he points out, like, they paid for those games and then they're just gone. You know, sounds fake. You know, these people calling into question all this. Like, please, this is right here, leave the $1 billion company alone. This is the equipment. You know, we see this all the time. These people are so tied. I love PlayStation so much. I got to do it. But wouldn't you know it, it sounds like people have had enough of this idea of Sony going digital instead of physical. Did you see the protest that is being planned?
I did.
Sony wants to abandon fans. Let's give them a taste of their own medicine. Together with other creators, we call for a 1-week PlayStation blackout in August. No logins, no PlayStations, no purchases of any on Sony's platforms. You can see right here. That's pretty much it. We're going to miss these things, but it's something we just got to do. PlayStation blackout right here. Question. Let's just say hypothetically this happens and it's 1 week of PlayStation just being down. Now, realistically, this is not going to happen, right? People will either bend, as you know, or it just won't hit the normie sphere. But let's just say hypothetically it does. Do you see in any situation Sony backtracking?
No.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's
no. Unfortunately, here I don't pretend to have the numbers. This is all assuming. I'm assuming that we're all on as we do this for our jobs, we're perpetually online and we live in online, and these things really matter a lot to us. And I'm not saying they shouldn't. I agree on a lot of these situations. Problem is, it's the normie group. The normie group has no idea that any of this shit's happening. They want to fire up Madden. They want to play Call of Duty, whatever the hell it may be. So whatever this number is that we were to do right now, and I'll be happy to go on there with you all. I'll do the week. I'll document that week of me not going on there. Total blackout, sure. It won't do anything, however, because what do they have, like over 90 million install base or something like that, at least at the moment. Don't quote me on that. A large install base. We will make up a tiny little percentage of it. A much more impactful solution would be you need to hit them when the 6 comes out and not buy that. That's where you actually make the difference, because they're going to feel that number hit them. And on top of it, here's the best part. who are the people that are going to buy the PlayStation 6 if the predictions are right that these are going to be $1,000+ it's going to be the people who were physical. Like, those are the diehards. These are the people that go out on day one. They want that system. They want to brag about it. They want to enjoy it. They want to be a part of history. All that good stuff. It's not going to be the normies. The normies, the families, like, well, listen, we can't even buy fucking bread. You're not getting that game console. Keep using that PlayStation 5 in the meantime. So that's where it hurts them. If you guys can boycott, then that's, in my opinion, a much more effective method to really hit them where it's going to hurt. Especially if Microsoft does well. If Microsoft comes out with a banger with their new system and then Sony gets hit with that, now you're really hurting them.
Yeah. I would also caution, because I know folks are going on the internet.com and having their debate back and forth. People will say, oh, well, Sony's stock price didn't take much of a hit. Oh, it was up 7%. Oh, it was down this. Sony has their fingers in 1,000,003 pies. And if you go between all the money they blew on Bungie and all the money that they blew on Concord, it's still a drop in the bucket compared to the fact that Spider-Man is about to be out in a few days. They still have their electronics business. They still have a lot of other things that Sony is doing. So just because we live in a world where we see the direct impacts of the debacle that we see right now between physical and digital media, it doesn't mean it's going to be reflected overall in the stock price. Even immediately, people will buy, people will sell. We'll have a clearer picture about the time Phoenix is actually talking about when PlayStation 6 drops and we have that information. The reception to that information and what the stock price does then would be a lot more clear on whether or not this is going to be a bad idea. And if it goes to 1,000, and if they really do get rid of digital, I'm calling for the crash. I've been saying it's going to happen for years, but I really think we're overdue for a correction in the industry, as the finance bros like to say. And when it comes, it's going to be brutal.
Kay, do you think any of these protests will actually do anything?
Unfortunately not. I mean, part of my issue with this protest is actually the time frame. First of all, 1 week isn't going to do much, especially when you've got a bunch of kids who are going to be like, no, I want to play my games. I don't care. They're not even thinking about any of this. You have two heavy hitters hitting for PlayStation at the end of this year. You have Wolverine in September, and you have GTA 6 in November. Why are you planning this in a random week in August? I don't know of any major game that's coming out. I might be missing a release that's coming in that window, but I can't think of anything that's like at the end of August that would be as colossal as Wolverine or GTA 6 and them like viewing their numbers during that time period. So I find the timing a little strange, if anything.
It should be Wolverine because that's their that's their first party. If you're going to do it, you want to do it then. Maybe they're just real Sony ponies, so they would pick a week where they're like, there's not many games out. Let's do it that week. I want to get back on my PlayStation.
I think it's because you wouldn't really win against the sheer number of people. For example, with GTA 6, it's gonna sell no matter what. So your boycott is going to be completely swallowed up by the fact that ultimately there's a lot of people who don't pay attention to the online discourse and they just want to play the game that they like, and that's the end of the story. So it would be way more impactful potentially during a GTA 6 launch, and it would send more of a message. It would be more sense, but it's not actually going to do enough. Like, they're still going to make a lot of money off of that. So I think that's part of it. I don't know. I always encourage people, you have different lines in the sand, do your thing. That's fine. I personally want physical gaming to exist. I'm not necessarily telling everyone you have to go boycott because of physical games, whatever. Like, we all have our different things, but I would love to see a future where physical gaming does continue and that this gets reversed. I just don't know if pausing for a random week in August is going to get that message across. That's my concern.
Right. No, GTA 6 needed to be the test. I'm speaking as the most idealistic human being in the history of mankind. If GTA 6 were not to sell very well and it was attributed specifically in part or whole because of this, that would be a very different situation. But because GTA 6 is probably going to do as well as it's going to do, all these companies are going to learn all the wrong lessons, and it's just going to get progressively worse. And I feel like it's going to get worse faster than if GTA 6 didn't necessarily do as well, and everybody started to understand, okay, maybe we really should take a look at this whole physical digital split and walk some of that back.
I have said it, and I'm going to tell you, this is my prediction. Within 2 years, Madden will be $100. Call of Duty will be $100. Go down the list with every quote-unquote normie mainstream franchise. They will all look at GTA and say, hey, we're going $100. GTA did it. We can do it too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that will be a tipping point for a lot because people are going to be like, $100? Are you kidding me? You know, I think that'll be a big part of it. In the interest of time, let's go ahead and move on because I want to get to Halo here as a really fun story here. It's been interesting. Halo is out. Kay, I know you've had an experience with Halo the last couple of days, huh?
I've been having so much fun because the other half of Melee Games, Melee James, is a giant Halo fan. He loves Halo. I remember in high school, he was known as the Xbox Halo guy to the point where we saw people from high school years later and they heard that he was playing Nintendo Switch and they're like, what? The Xbox guy is playing a Nintendo system? What is going on? So Melee James, one of the biggest Xbox and Halo fans I know, maybe not modern Xbox. And he's been torturing me a lot on the channel with Felicia Day. And so myself and the rest of our community did a little Uno reverse, and I got James to play Halo on PS5 at the earliest date possible. So I have personally been having a good time. Every time James gets a trophy, I clap. I get really excited. That's what I've been up to.
The game is out. It's ready to go.
It's out for early access.
Yes,
it comes
tomorrow's
out tomorrow.
Actually. Yeah.
Yeah. But people are playing it, and we're getting a nice little snippet of the game and people's first reception of it. We've seen a lot of interesting points here, but I think the one big point about this game is, well, Camelot played it. It says if there's one good thing I can say about Halo Combat Evolved after completing it, is that I appreciate the original more than more than ever, and I'm glad we got it. People visually, it looks really good. I don't know. Hey, you've been playing it. What are your thoughts visually from an aesthetic standpoint?
Visually, it's okay, but I can't I can't ignore the fact that I'm looking at Unreal Engine, and to me, this is the biggest blasphemy of all of it, right? Like, originally it was the Blam engine. You can see, like, in everything, we had somebody in our chat, Uncle, mention, like, there's a point where you see a bridge, and it's like a frosty bridge, and you just see the UE5 assets of, like, frost, boom. So, yeah, maybe some people could argue it's visually pretty. Personally, I am not somebody who is bothered by older graphics, and I often prefer those, so that's a bias of mine. I also think it just doesn't matter at the end of the day if your game is a buggy mess. I don't care. I play games for the gameplay. So, and the prequel missions in particular, they look very like Halo 5. Like, to me, it's...
Well, speaking of buggy messes, I saw this clip and I thought this was great.
Jumped like 7 grenades in that hole.
What's that guy doing? Why is he?
That
what
man
is
is holy shit. He's perfect frame.
He was like perfectly frame dodging all my shots. Well, what's that? You see that? He was like
Blue Elite casts what is that? Blur.
Do you know what he was doing? He was doing what Wesker did in Resident Evil. Yes! Teleport attack.
So you saw that. That
so
was pretty
good.
funny. But what other people are noticing is some small changes to the story. Maybe some characters, maybe some fringe characters. I don't know if you saw this. This courtesy of Learning the Law. This is from Halo in 2001. You're going to see 3 pictures here. In 2001, 2011, and 2026. I'm just going to slowly scroll down. Tell me if anybody here can spot the difference and why this difference needs to be made. As we scroll down to the final one here.
Oh. I got it.
Yes, Mitsu. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Keys really spent some time down in the Florida Keys. He's got a nice tan.
Yeah. So, did anybody else notice? I mean, I don't know. Just curious.
I just died laughing when I saw it the first time.
I feel like Phoenix is gonna say one word that rhymes with ginger.
I'm trying not to say it myself. I understand, Phoenix.
Okay.
Well, it just looks like he got hired help to clean the old spaceship, with no pay, as you should. That's what it looks like to me. The boy servant, I guess. Right?
Well, there's a little bit more here, as they've also introduced a new badass female Marine with a scar on her face because she is awesome, and we needed this in the story, which is good. We're talking. Her name is Williams in this, and this is a nice little meme of this guy genuinely enjoying the new missions in Halo campaign Evolved, but then this character shows up.
I'm Lieutenant Williams, Tiger Company.
You don't seem as impressed as the rest of your crew.
No, Sergeant Major, I'm not. Takes more than fancy armor and a good PR campaign to impress me. Not bad, Spartan.
I'm almost starting to believe the propaganda.
Nice work.
Thanks. Spartans aren't the only badasses in the UNSC.
So we got this new character, Williams. Kate, as you were introduced to Williams, what were your first initial impressions?
Obnoxious, unnecessarily ugly, because we want these for fantasy, but we always have to have super realistic looking characters. Pretty abrasive. Now, I hear there's reasons behind that. There are, talk about like in the books, there's a feud between ODST and whatever and Spartans, so like there's a reason behind the aggression, but to me there's a difference between like snarky and just obnoxious. And she's very obnoxious. That is my problem. I think there is a nuance to that. I think you can have an underlying hatred or whatever, but she's just constantly like spurging. Like the writing does not do justice to what they're trying to paint. That's my problem with it.
Well, they are. It's been interesting to hear. It's not just the fans who are spurging out over this. This courtesy of Pirate Nation says Halo Combat Evolved remake is facing major backlash, and our fans got the first look at the new girl boss female character. Fans are criticizing the character for disrespecting Master Chief in a scene, with some calling her a girl boss, in addition to feeling unnecessary and out of place in Halo's established story. Apparently, Niles Sandkey is also not very happy about this. Now, I'm going to get to who Niles is in just a second, but Niles tweeted this video out here, and it's a quick one, so just be ready for it.
Not bad, Spartan. I'm almost starting to believe the propaganda. Not bad, Spartan. I'm almost starting to believe the propaganda.
I love it.
Everybody loves a good throat punch right here.
I have to know. Can you, because I think we talked about this at the pre-show, but I wasn't quite sure. Maybe somebody in chat knows. Can you load her up with plasma grenades like you can Captain Keyes and kill her? Even if it's an immediate mission fail and all the Marines hate you and turn on you and everything like that, you could kill everybody in Halo no matter who they were. If you can kill her, I don't care.
Yeah, I can't answer that. I have not played it. Kay, have you tried to kill Williams before?
We didn't try it, but we're going to be playing again tonight and finishing up the game, so maybe we can take a look at that on stream and see if it's possible. We'll see.
Maybe some sort of dono goal or something like that. Surround her by a bunch of grenades and just see what happens.
Stock up a few plasma grenades and just slap them to her and watch what happens.
Perfect. I love it.
So who is Niles? Well, this is interesting, as this person pointed out. The fact that this was posted by a former senior Bungie dev that worked on Halo 3 and Destiny. Niles is a legend right here. Once again, this is a former senior dev making this happen.
Believe the propaganda.
By the way, that sound effect's great. Yes, he was, during Halo 3, was a campaign and mission designer and design lead on missions such as the Storm and the Covenant. That was so. This is a guy who was very close. He was on Marty McDonald's podcast, and they talked about Halo at length. So, what's interesting here is Niles kind of went a little bit further in. It says, As someone who worked in game dev for a long time, let me explain the conversation that the devs probably had when writing this character. All right? Let's add some character development. Cool, yeah. That's what smart writers do. Sorry, I'm trying to read this. Yeah, maybe one of the Marines you have to save in ODST, and check this out. According to ChatGPT, they don't like Spartans. So let's have them hate the Master Chief at the start, but then the player earns their respect. Oh my God, that's so great. That's character development. But wait, how do we also add diversity? Okay, check this out. We make the ODST a woman. Oh my God, that's perfect. But what if the Halo fans don't like it? Who cares? They'll buy whatever slop we sell them. Yay! More money for us and our amazing ideas. What a great day of work. Oh no, it's 4:30. I need to go to the No Kings protest. Okay, have fun. See you tomorrow.
Was this the team behind Borderlands 3?
Niles? Oh, you're talking this guy.
I'm not being facetious.
He's making a joke.
Because Borderlands 3 had a lot of very similar things too, where it's like, oh, let's do this, but let's not actually. Because what is it? What's his name from Borderlands 2 admitted he didn't even play Borderlands. Anthony Birch. He went on Reddit and he went on the Wikipedia and just took the Cliff's Notes and tried to write Borderlands 2 and had a lot of input with 3. So this sounds exactly like a writer's meeting for 3.
No matter what you do in your life, at least you're not Anthony Birch.
Thank God for that. I still have my way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the poor Birches. Anthony Birch and what was his sister's name?
Ashley Birch.
Ash Birch.
Yeah.
Man, I know them back from when they had a series called Hey Ash, What You Playing?
Oh, yeah, I
trailers.
remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, well, this person asked, this person here says, why are women our problem?
Oh my God. Okay, sorry. It's just like women are not the problem. There are characters in Halo that are female that are beloved. Like, it's not a woman thing. Oh my God. Continue. Sorry. It's so annoying.
You can see it right here, but I don't understand why this criticism is always undercut by she's also a woman. Feels rather disrespectful to a franchise that's always embraced important female characters as part of its narrative since I started playing it back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, they were well written and not obnoxious and not uglified to look like a random woman on the street. They were actually attractive. They were actually characters that earned their right into the series. They were good. We like them. It's not about, whoa, women, whoa. Oh my God.
Okay, how about
so
you?
annoying.
Well, Niles responded to this. So, okay, why don't you read this, and you can see it for yourself.
Having women in the game is fine. Example, Cat and Reach was well written. I've written women into my own games. The issue is artificial writing and lack of awareness. It's clear that the devs needed to force more diversity into the story, so they made the new main character a girl, as if everything must be 50-50 evenly distributed against all logic. Then they use the excuse of lore to make a poorly written character that immediately berates the player even though it's contextually ridiculous. The end result is a cliche girl boss telling the player how terrible they are in a game where your primarily male audience is already very skeptical of forced social politics. Exactly. But the devs/leads never stopped and said, maybe the end result here is not achieving our goals of winning back our primary demographic. It's tone deaf on top of being poorly executed, and this hurts branding, it hurts sales, and will destroy a studio's reputation, whatever's left of it anyway. That is perfectly said. Perfectly to a T. You need, trust is at an all-time low in the video game industry. We've been burned for about 15 plus years at this point. It is terrible. So you need to earn these moments. You need to work in good faith, and you need to show us that you're making video games because you actually care to make something good. They're not doing that anymore. They're not doing it. And then they wonder why we all get annoyed by this shit. Make good shit because you want to make good shit. You don't do that. You just want to get the paycheck and feel like you're super cool in your social groups where you virtue signal all the time. No one cares. No one wants it.
Well, good old Josh responded down below, Kay. You want to see Josh's response?
Oh, boy.
Fire away.
Again, I totally understand criticisms levied against writing. I agree with them in this case. I just don't think the character being a woman even factors into this from a critical point of view. As if everything must be 50-50. It's a side character that, well, this is a spoiler. It's not a main character like Kat. Again, I think the character in the prequel missions had terrible writing, but let's focus on that. I just don't think everything needs to be, it's the end of the West as we know it every time a woman shows up in a video game. It's strange how nobody has equally critiqued Master Chief and Sergeant Johnson having equally corny ass dialogue that doesn't fit. Actually, a lot of people have brought up that the dialogue in general is corny. Like, again, this is just so stupid. It's so stupid. A lot of people have been complaining about all of this, but it's just cherry picking. Oh, you guys are mad about a woman. Have you seen all the women they put in video games? We don't get a normal woman anymore. It's just Twitter, man. Twitter.
Am I right? Twitter, am I right?
It's so annoying. There's no nuance whatsoever. People are not complaining about Eve from Stellar Blade. Unless it's to say, oh, you guys just like, because you want to jerk off. No, maybe Stellar Blade is actually a well-written game. Ever think about that? Like, it's so fascinating how they cherry pick everything.
Here is, well, I was going to say, here's a little bit more examples of Lieutenant Williams here. Here's a little snippet of Williams and some of these snide remarks. Here.
Look, Marines like us used to be the heart and soul of the UNSC. Until we started playing second fiddle to soldiers that were built instead of born.
We can't change where we come from. Only what we become.
Fair enough.
I mean, I do love the idea of being able to deliver the rifle hit. That's very, very rewarding at any point. So yeah, the new Halo, they made some changes, and here we are. And you wonder if this will happen with I can't imagine Nintendo doing this with the new Zelda game that's coming out, right? Where they just add some new girl boss characters. I mean, there's already girl boss characters in Zelda, right? And that's the thing, there's already girl boss characters in, like, Cortana is incredibly, like, Cortana is crucial to that. Nobody's upset about Cortana. Well, speaking of Cortana, I mean, they did change her design again.
Yeah, she looks like Germa now.
Yeah,
she looks so stupid.
I did see, let me see if I can find that real quick. Cortana, because they did kind of give her an interesting look as well. She kind of has a dude look. Here we go. This is what I saw this as well. Here we go. This is Cortana.
Wow, she really does look German. That was actually a very good call.
There you go. Yeah. So
literally
a dude.
Germa. Incredible.
Yeah. So anyways, interesting. The game comes out, what'd you say, tomorrow?
Tomorrow is the actual release day, and I will let people know, yes, the controversy is going to be around this female character that's annoying, and I agree she's annoying. More than anything, this game is a buggy mess, okay? We would go into areas, and the enemies would be standing around casually until you, like, finally, like, really get in their face. They're like, oh, we should be fighting right now. Like, it's stuff like that that is a problem with this game more than anything. I agree that the girl boss shit is annoying, but there's a lot that is wrong with this version of the game. They got rid of the warthog animation when you change seats, which is ridiculous. You just pop, 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 pop. It looks so bad. So there's a lot of problems. Yeah, you know, when you're getting in the warthog and then you want to switch to the gun, you physically just pop there now. There's no animation getting out, going to the back of the vehicle, nothing. It's literally just boop, 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 boop.
Here is oh, I'm sorry, real quick.
I was just going to ask if warthogs are still invincible in Campaign Evolved.
We haven't run into any problems with the warthog getting destroyed. Is that what you mean? Or like?
Yeah, because I don't think they were destructible in 1. So you could just switch between the two of them and just like not have any problems whatsoever. I mean, you can still get hit once you're up there, but still, that's ridiculous.
By the way, here is that that point you were talking about, where the Covenant go into their stealth armor and they just put markers on top of everybody to exactly where they are, which is just spectacular. Oh my gosh! Like you wonder, you're like, how is that real? How the hell is that even real right there? And the answer is, I don't know. I don't know.
The thing that's the worst part is this is the future of Halo. Like, if you don't think Halo is dead and you still have your hopes up, I'm sorry to you, because this was a tech demo in essence for the next thing that they're going to do with Halo, and the Unreal Engine shit, it ruins everything. I hate it.
Have you played any of the multiplayer?
Well, there's no multiplayer attached to this. You can only play co-op in it, but there's no actual like multiplayer mode like what you did in Master Chief Collection, etc.
Greg, your face is perfect.
Greg?
This is everything. He's broken. He's
the
officially
new
broken.
content is like they've added new skulls. The look is obviously different. They've got the prequel missions, etc. You can still play co-op with people like through the campaign, but you can't like play multiplayer online with other people against each other.
Yeah,
absolutely terrible.
That. Yeah, I'm not a like. Why do you play Halo? You play Halo to play with friends, right? I get the story is great. I understand that it's fun. Yeah. But you keep playing Halo because of the multiplayer. And I know we got Master Chief Collection. I get it, right? But man, and without okay, all right.
How do you do Halo 2 without multiplayer?
I agree.
Riddle me that one, Batman.
They might be waiting for that. That's maybe what they're doing. But yeah, there's no PvP at this point.
Yeah, I could see them devoting like an entire team that's working just on that right now that they did in tandem with releasing this first Halo because they were so afraid that it was going to be complex. There's still no excuse, man. And especially if they don't wind up releasing Halo 2 of all things without co-op. Get the fuck out of here.
All right. We need to get to some super chats at Direct Nations. We are 8 supers away from our Montez goal today over on YouTube right now. Let's see if we can finish that up and get there. But before we get to any of that, I do need to let you know, friends, that it is time for Today in Video Game History. Labs, are you ready?
Ready.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
I like orange.
She's special. I love it.
I do like
special.
orange.
Yeah.
So anyway, everybody, July 27th, we have Earthbound Beginnings, releasing back in 1989. You have Samurai Warriors 5, releasing back in 2021. And then Double Dragon Gaiden Rise of the Dragons, releasing back 3 years ago today in 2021. You are all welcome.
I've been away for a month and I have forgotten my anger at looking at these game lists.
You're welcome. Welcome back.
I love the
Thank
Angry
you.
K show.
That seemed like a pretty good list, though. No?
Earthbound
Got
Beginnings,
Earthbound?
sure.
Some noticeable games that Blabs missed today here
On purpose,
July
maybe.
27th.
That's true, maybe on
Digimon World
purpose.
2 for the PlayStation 26
Heck yeah.
years ago.
I want to pause on one game here, and I'm not saying this should be on your list. I just want people to know about it. Jade Cocoon is a very interesting game. It is essentially the Monster Rancher games, if you guys remember those. But it's by the character artist for Studio Ghibli. It's a underrated game. This game is awesome. So I highly recommend it.
Yes. Jade Cocoon was here's the intro for it right here. Look at that on the PlayStation. You guys remember those like 5 frames per second intros, the full motion video intros? Those were awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I love those. Also, King of Fighters Neo Wave for the arcade 22 years ago.
That was fun.
Bullet Witch released for the Xbox 360 20 years ago. Kind of like almost like a Stellar Blade many years prior, I would say.
Early janky Bayonetta.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's a better way to describe it. Mario Hoops 3-on-3 for the DS.
Hell yeah. Urban Market Mario. Let's go.
StarCraft 2. Was released 16 years ago, and it's just kind of okay. There's that. Also, From Dust, released for the. I'm just gonna move by that.
Dr.
for
Mario. Wow.
Yeah, but that's like I'm sure that was for the Wii or something. Yeah, so that's definitely not the original release. Samurai Warriors 5, Digimon Survive, and Octopath Traveler, Champions of the Continent, released 4 years ago for the Android and iOS. And let's see, you mentioned Double Dragon, Gaiden. I don't.
Oh, I
really know
missed
what
No
that is.
Socks. That's out today. Huh.
Yeah,
What is
the No
that?
Socks
What is that?
RPG. Well, I'll tell you this.
It's not a game for Phoenix that involves feet.
Yeah. I know that Kaida is a big fan of Feet for some reason over at
Weird.
New Blackstreet, which is, maybe he'll be the first one to download No Socks RPG for everybody. So There you go. There's today in video game history. Blabs, mediocre job today.
No, I did a stellar job. Thank you.
Great,
The world
great
ends
job.
with you, StarCraft 2.
Great job today.
You could just say the world ends with you, and I would understand. Thank you very much. Sir. I don't reciprocate those feelings, though, but thank you.
Wow, total arrogance. Unbelievable. Delta came in with 5. Says the weird thing about the cinematic popcorn. The weird thing about the cinematic Pac-Man episode is that it was basically the game Abe's Odyssey, but shittier. Thank you, Delta. Appreciate your support. Guys, just 6 supers away from our goal today. Now 5. Let's go. Blabs, I would love if you read a few supers while I get this next. I know we're almost wrapping up here, but I do want to get one last little bit for you.
Okie dokies. Oh no, Mitsu, you're Netflix. Conair for 10 says, Phoenix, my corpo. We got that one already, actually. Thank you very much. Miner says, Angry Joe is just an angry Josephina. He should just admit he's a homosexual. Corona says, I disagree with Phoenix. No one treats corporations like teams. You'd have to brainwash people since they were kids for that. Unrelated, but justice does what Nintendo don't.
Based.
Ghost says, the last Nolan movie is Tenet, which I didn't like. Corona also says, Angry Joe got falsely accused during the height of Me Too. The only way to save his career was to start seal clapping. He came to actually believe it all over time. Interstellar and Inception were Nolan's best ones, I think. Thank you for that. Shantae says, member for 10 months message. Why would we need a Centipedes movie when the human centipede already exists? Highly recommend, by the way. Goodbye. Thank you for that. Zaimaru for 5 says, Joe crashed out his Wonder Woman review because Ares had a mustache and it made him look weak. Is it okay to cry bad casting because of the hair but not race? Mercenary says, well, I'm not happy. Had to refund campaign evolved yesterday. I could not get the game to launch. Had to play a pirated version just to see what it was in, and it was ass. Caldwin says, that's already a faithful Asteroids movie. It's called Empire Strikes Back.
Hell yeah.
Limp Bizkit says, stop. Do not touch Berserk. Do not even think about desecrated Mura's legacy. Normies BTFO.
I was waiting for somebody to reference the manga.
Anthony says, sorry to burst your bubble on your birthday, Phoenix, but Hollywood would mess up all these movies.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, like, hello? Like, hello? That's hilarious. Anyway, Nathan for 5 says, I can steel man this. The Tetris movie seemed like a weird idea until it turned out to be a story of the war for the commercial rights to it.
Oh my god, I could not get through that movie. I gotta try again. I keep getting bored of it.
That was very California girl. I could not get through it.
I'm a Valley girl, and I just can't stand watching movies that are slow.
Stylish Jack says, Craig, I'm playing Xbox while watching you. I don't know what you're talking about. Well, it's not done for everybody.
Yeah, maybe not done for everybody. But...
Mayonnaise Chase for 2 says, and those tards will still buy GTA 6. Tin Lee says, it was November 19, 2026. GTA 6 was released on PlayStation 5 and Xbox. However, server crashed due to volume of players. Because it was digital only, always online single player, players had to wait 1 week to play. I thought it was going for it was the night before Christmas style. Mercenary says, good thing 99% of my games on PlayStation are physical disc, and the few things I have downloaded, I'm not a big fan of an issue. Thank you. Dance with the Devil. The problem is with ownership laws for games as a whole. Physical is a license of ownership. PAC also is a license on Steam. This needs to be fixed legislatively to help customers. Memes for 10. Yeah, all these tech companies are evil. If I can't play your game on my Linux PC, I'm not buying it. Gaming has gotten so much better for me since I abandoned proprietary platforms. Maximo says it's their best interest given finances. I think the only thing near-term difference is Microsoft continues physical, but they want it so won't. Happy birthday, Phoenix! Congrats, Kay, on MCC even last week.
Thank you, man. Thanks for being a part of it. It was fun. We played some PvP together.
Doesn't Xbox use a Blu-ray player anyway? So how is that going to work for Xbox if they wanted to keep doing physical and Blu-ray is basically discontinued by Sony?
Okay.
Well, I don't know if they're stopping Blu-ray production. I think they're just
going to stop game production.
Yes.
Okay. Because I was wondering about that when I was walking through a Walmart the other day. I saw all those movies and I was like, are they going to stop producing physicals for movies too?
Well, they're like a co-founder, right? They're not like the main people in charge of all Blu-ray.
I thought they were the ones who did it. I don't remember.
Anyway, Nathan for 5 says the only way they're going to reverse course is they have a Cyberpunk 2077 level of a disaster to do irreversible damage to their goodwill. Mercenary says, no, you can't kill the girl boss character. She's invincible. I've tried.
Oh, no.
Boss Night Master says, also loot Major Backlash 007. Happy birthday, Phoenix. Adam says, getting touched by a Spartan would have killed her. Also, by the time of the Human Covenant War, everyone looked up to Spartans. Arcus says, I considered try Halo on the PlayStation 5. However, after seeing all this bullshit, I'll try my chances with the explosive diarrhea virus. Joy. Oh, boy.
Go get some Taco Bell instead.
Nice.
You can recover from the virus, not this game.
Damn. Jagged Den for one says, if y'all remember, Halo Legends had multiple female Spartans. Current Halo devs just hate them because those characters were hot and not as abrasive as Rob Pumis. Reese says, the problem, Kay, is that these devs are so brain-rotted by the environment that the girls they make are what normal girls look like to them. And good luck trying to talk to them. They're insulated. Taker for 10 says, I really lament the loss of turn-based combat in the Final Fantasy VII remake, and now seeing Halo, it's like, do we even want remakes? Hopefully Navi doesn't take after Lieutenant Williams in the Ocarina of Time remake. Hidekai for 5 says, hey Blabs, got another for your future guest list. You might want to try a VTuber named Nani Gachi. Well, I've screenshot that, so thank you very much. Reese for one said, here's the solution to the previous issue. Fire everyone, relocate the studio to some place where straight people live and hire locally.
The gayness is global, bro.
Freedom Fries says 10 for the Montez goal. Thank you very much.
Let's go.
Tinley says, my PSA to all that y'all should be a PlayStation 2 fat or slim when it's games. Very cheap, physical, no DLC, no need for internet, infinite fun, easy accessories to find and replace. Thank you very much. And I believe we're all caught up for now.
All right. Yeah, 5 supers away from our goal for Montez, but thank you, Blast, for reading through that. Appreciate everybody's support and helping us get so close to it. Big day today. Lots of fun topics, and appreciate Kay hopping in and obviously filling us in on the latest in Halo. Mitsu, great job as always.
Thank you. Always wonderful to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome. With that said, we have I have a new reaction video this afternoon. I encourage you guys to check out. You guys can see that in about 49 minutes at 2 o'clock Central Time. That's when we're going to be releasing videos in the afternoon for it. And if those go well, then we may add a second one in the afternoon as well, or in the evening to space it out a little bit. So look for those around 2 o'clock Central Time, shortly after the show has expired for the day, if you will. With that said, we are not expiring. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time when we are joined by...
We got Leaflet, and we got a new person joining us, Ilfpire of Eva.
Ooh, that's fun. Look at Leaflet's little happy smiley face.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. That's wonderful. All right. So, quick reminder, once again, coming up on Friday for all of our Plus members, you have access to Sin City tickets. And then on Monday, for everybody else, only 200 total tickets. So make sure you guys get in and be ready to go for that. Once again, tickets are going to start at $119, and they will go up to a VIP experience, which we're looking forward to having everybody out there. I figured you guys are traveling out to Vegas. We're going to make it a good time for you guys. I promise you that.
Don't miss out. These events are very rare, and they are super fun. Don't miss out. If you're on the fence about it, be ready and grab your tickets immediately, because they're always fun to do fan meetups. Always.
Thank you, Mitsu, because when was the last time we did a public event? Yeah.
Hey?
So,
February.
Yeah. Well,
I
February,
was there.
That was at the arcade we did?
Yeah, that must have been the last time, right?
The Real Game Awards
I think
and the arcades and stuff.
You guys did like a meetup or two in between, right? I think. Like a
no,
Rumble one or something? Maybe, I don't know.
No.
Maybe not.
So, yeah, maybe like once a year, twice a year, tops, So just heads up. With that said, have a great rest of your day. Get outside, touch some... Oh, shit.
John just came in with $20. Here, please hold.
Oh, wow.
Boop. Okay, John for 20 says Nolan's swollen Colin doesn't deserve anyone's patronage. Instead, I invite you to my channel where I create a parody song, Nolan's Odyssey parody, Rawhide remix, trashing Nolan's Odyssey and his intestinal problems. Thank you. Plug.
Way to make fun of his intestinal problems. Yeah, that's right. All right. Well, thank you very much for your wonderful support, guys. Have a great rest of your day. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. Hit the thumbs up button on your way out. And remember that people are going to try to keep you down. Do not let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it, friends. Have a great rest of your day. See you later. Bye-bye.
Fatality.
Oh.